Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Prime: Beast Hunters podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
This time we're going plus ultra. I'm David.
I think you'll find that it's more like the +1 that implies that you are bringing a date along.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
So yes, this episode is +1. First aired May 31st, 2013, and written by first-time Transformers writer Greg Weisman.
Yes. Not at all first-time cartoon writer, though.
No, because 1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled.
Oh my god, yes.
That had better be up on Disney Plus, Disney.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hadn't even thought of that, but holy crap,
Yeah, that
yes.
should be day one there. Oh, yeah, I need that.
I mean, they own it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think they at least, I want to say, that's like, I have a friend who's like super into gargoyles, also is a furry, but I think he was saying that they like didn't finish putting out season 2 or something, or maybe it's just that they didn't do season 3.
Yeah,
no, I think it was
that
season
there's
3, the weird
the
island time hopping one.
The disowned season.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, wasn't he off the show at that point?
I think he wrote the first episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, it was after they came back from the island. I haven't seen that in forever. I just remember the first few seasons.
Anyway, his big thing is gargoyles, but he has written for a ton of other stuff. Men in Black, that Starship Troopers cartoon.
Which one? Wasn't there more than one Starship Troopers cartoon? I know there was a CG one.
It was I think it was just the CG one. Okay, as far as I know.
Well, there's an anime that has never been brought over, but that was real old. I thought there was another. I thought there was 2 CG ones, to be honest.
Not that I'm aware of, but I may be wrong.
I may be confusing it with like a Mech Warrior or something, because there was a few of those.
Anyway, he also did Spectacular Spider-Man, Young Justice.
Ooh.
I believe he was heavily involved with Star Wars Rebels.
I think he was like the showrunner on Young Justice.
Yes, and Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yay!
And apparently for that Max Steel cartoon.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I hope the British enjoyed it, because we don't give a shit over here.
I think it's actually, isn't that like huge in South America?
Maybe?
Hey, we care more about Max Steel here than we care about Action Man.
Oh yeah, we don't.
We don't care about
shit
Action
about Action Man. No.
And remember, they made that live action Max Steel movie a couple years ago.
Oh, and
Supposedly,
everyone forgot.
No one has seen it.
It had Andy Garcia in it.
Okay, I hope the car he bought with it looked very nice, because no one saw that movie.
Oh, well, I mean, again, it's like really big in like Brazil and Argentina for whatever reason.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, Greg Weisman. He did, this is the only episode of Prime he wrote, but he did go on to write a couple of Rescue Bots episodes.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
Doesn't seem like that would be his thing, but I'm sure he can.
That pays the bills.
I'm sure he has range.
So, we pick up pretty much just where the last episode left off. Wheeljack has, told, Ultra Magnus, where he can stick it, and has, gone back to base.
I like the establishing shot of the building with the big giant E on it. I'm never going to get tired of the giant E on front of the building.
No, I just liked that Wheeljack went home in a sulk, decided to drive home, but called Ratchet to port him home, so it was a short drive from Scotland.
Which is good, because as we mentioned last week, otherwise he was just gonna end up, I don't know, becoming a soccer hooligan or something.
Yeah. It is kind of weird that it's like immediately he comes home. He doesn't skip an... The guys in the jet skip an episode.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
No one said it was like an incredibly fast, small spacecraft.
Yeah.
And also, he tells them that Miko was with them, and apparently she just said she was going out for sodas.
I love that!
And they're all very nonchalant about it.
At this point, yeah, wouldn't you? It's like, oh,
Because
Miko
Raph
snuck
is
out
just
again.
like,
Yeah.
that's why it took so long for her to get sodas. It's like, yeah. You should basically never believe Miko when she says she's doing anything that's not the worst possible thing she could be doing.
Yep, that's the thing she'd do.
Yep.
Anyway, so in comes Agent Fowler, who's sort of tidying himself up.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says that, they're Decepticons in New Mexico. So we are going to send Arcee there, but she has to have backup, and everybody else is busy, and Ratchet really doesn't want to go outside.
He doesn't. He's
No.
just... he's very relatable here.
Well, at
He
the beginning
says
of
something about...
Like, I could, but...
They forced him to go outside by blowing up the old base, and he did not enjoy it at all. He doesn't want to do that again.
Aww.
I prefer not to.
Yeah, he just says something about not wanting to go outside his comfort zone.
So anyway, they send, so Wheeljack reluctantly goes with them, and it's a real lone wolf teams up with other lone wolf kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, let's be fair. I feel like, and apparently I was not the only one if you count characters in the show, but, those two seem like they would get along because they're both like, don't want to deal with other people together.
Yeah.
It's like a Wolverine Punisher team.
Yeah, where they get along because they're like not gonna bother each other unnecessarily.
You gonna have any small talk? Nope.
Good.
It's like that episode of Voyager we watched where they paired up 7 of 9 and 2
Oh
of 1.
my god, it is.
Yeah.
Except more murdery.
Yes. More
yeah.
murder.
And good news, because they end up right in the middle of a big circle of Vehicons, so it is indeed murder time.
Yay!
Yeah, oh, those poor Vehicons. They get kicked and shot and...
It is time for a fastball
Hadouken
special.
punched. Oh yeah, it starts with a fastball special, which apparently they automatically... Arcee knows, I'm going to become a fastball special. They get along, their fighting styles so well together so quickly.
Yes.
Meanwhile, everybody put your hands together for a special guest star, Marky Post.
Yay! She's been in this season a good bit.
She has been. She was barely in the second, but she is back now.
Yay!
She's come to get some medical supplies that Agent Fowler donated to the hospital, and that Jack has not bothered to bring along with him. But
Jack is far too busy playing Space Invaders.
This is kind of more of a. This is that man is playing Galaga.
Yeah, I get it. But it's like slightly updated, but it's definitely not the quality of games you would have at the time. I guess he got a retro video game package or something.
Yeah, the good video games got blown up at the base, and so they're just bringing some of these, Atari links.
They've got this thing that they found in that scrapyard that Ratchet was hiding in.
Yeah.
Either that, or Jack is just a hipster.
Maybe he is.
Yeah.
Or also, maybe after the KO burger got blown up, he can't actually afford a console, so he has to get one of those, like, little retro box things, because they're like, what, $20?
I mean, Unit E should be giving these kids some sort of stipend.
Well, yes. Yes, they should. That was where he got the $20.
Yeah, they're basically employees at this point.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is Agent Fowler is old enough that he doesn't know how much things cost anymore. So he's like, here's $10.
Yeah, here's $10, go see a Star Wars.
Yeah.
And get yourself a big popcorn with that change.
Yeah.
movies are expensive. You'll get a cartoon, a newsreel, see a double feature.
I don't think he's quite that old, though. We will.
No.
There will be some interesting chronology stuff in a moment.
Yeah, because indeed, it turns out Agent Fowler, or should I say William, is very happy to see June.
I could not understand what he was saying his name was. I had to rewind it 3 times, and the best I could get, did he just say Wooden?
No,
he just says William.
Something about the way he enunciated, I could not tell what the hell he said. Until later in the episode when they say
he looks out the window, and he sees Nurse Darby coming along, and he, straightens up his tie. And he comes downstairs looking all like he's, trying. And Jack is not comfortable being in a Greg Weisman episode. I will tell you that now.
Oh no.
He just looks from Agent Fowler to his mom and is just horrified. And this will not be the first time that he is horrified by the fact that he is in a Greg Weisman episode.
Listen, Jack, she's the only adult woman on this show. You had to figure this was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alas.
And as far as adult males go, it was either him or
Silas?
Or Silas.
He's not really in any shape for any of that anymore.
As we'll find out soon.
Yes.
Although, listen, I have seen a movie in which Clancy Brown does play somebody's zombie stepdad.
Yeah,
wow, that sounds great.
Save that for the next episode. Impressions.
Yes.
But zombie stepdads.
He is specifically somebody's zombie stepdad.
Nice.
Anyway, so Raph has been, surfing the web, and he has found that one of the Predacon talon, the latest Predacon fossil, has been found in a museum, where it has been since 1922.
Ooh. Also, so what I was saying about the chronology is that Agent Fowler mentions having worked with Unit E for, the past 3 decades.
Yes.
So that would put Unit E as having perhaps started approximately in the mid-80s.
Yes.
As is appropriate.
Yeah.
Although he mentions that was before he knew Optimus Prime, so presumably they were dealing with, Cobra and the Inhumanoids.
Yeah, and whoever that is that mask fights again, Miles Mayhem.
You mean
Venom?
Yeah, Venom, the vicious, evil network of mayhem.
Yes, yes, them.
Maybe the Darkling Lords of Prismos.
Yeah.
What?
The guys from Visionaries.
Okay, I don't remember them having a name.
I'm pretty sure that was what they were called.
Darkling Lords.
They I can't remember who their leader was, but that Dr. Smith from Lost in Space was there.
Yeah.
All I remember is that the main bad guy had a giant snail as a summon, because in ancient illuminated manuscripts you'd have knights fighting giant snails for reasons that I don't think anybody's ever come up with a good explanation of why that was such a thing. It just was.
I mean, obviously, they were just giant snails, and we haven't found any remains because they don't have any bones to fossilize.
That is an excellent point, sir.
Yeah, they were just driven extinct by knights fighting them all the time.
Though,
I mean, have the giant shells.
Shells do tend to fossilize pretty well, but I guess that's
they
not
broke
old enough
those up
to
to
be
make their
fossil.
armor.
Okay, I allow it.
Sure,
I hereby allow it.
That's how the French got into the habit of eating them. There used to be a lot more. You'd have to pull all the stuff out of there with a fork. Cut yourself off a snail steak.
there has to be a fantasy novel that's had giant snail monsters. Has to be.
Yeah.
If not, there will be.
Come on. Dragons are passe, George R.R. Martin.
Well, his are frickin' wyverns anyway. They're not dragons.
Whatever they are, just give me that blonde lady setting loose a bunch of giant snails.
Yes.
Mother of snails.
Anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, I've been doing this for ages, and hey, this is gonna be so easy, maybe I could take along a little company, by which I mean your lovely mother. And Jack is very much objects to this. And, June is probably not going to go. But then Jack opens his big dumb mouth. And if this were a visual format, I would put up that "congratulations, you played yourself" gif.
Yes.
Because she's so indignant that Jack is being overprotective of her that she decides to go.
Yeah, now she's definitely gonna go.
Ah. So we cut to the Nemesis. Megatron is pleased that the Predacon has brought back this fossilized eyeball.
Megatron
and he is displeased.
Absolutely petting. Like, it's not clear, but he's absolutely petting the Predacon.
Yes.
He's giving him pets.
Yeah. And so he's I'm happy with the Predacon, and I'm unhappy with literally everybody else because you all suck.
He's not unhappy with Shockwave.
But Shockwave's not actually
But Shockwave,
in the episode.
not in this episode.
Yes.
He's been moved off-site.
Did we have a phone conversation in this episode?
I think so, yes.
Let's be honest. What Shockwave is doing is really best kept off-site.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of science stuff.
In case they need to,
burn it to the ground.
Abandon it and nuke it from orbit.
So Megatron's laying down the law, knockout. We found another Predacon signature. You go get it. Starscream, you're on monitor duty.
Starscream just gets so, this whole season, he's just so abused. And he's so
he's not
good at being hurt.
Yeah, he's not helping himself here because he decides to take a swipe at the Predacon. The Predacon retaliates and smashes the monitor. So now communications are down, which facilitates the entire episode happening.
Yes, it does facilitate the entire episode, but it does seem weird that all you have is one satellite to communicate to anybody off ship. You would think Soundwave would have a better setup and multiple dishes, but it is the conceit of the episode. It's just a silly one.
Listen, we had a backup, but we're currently using it to get HBO.
I mean, they need that, and they're not going to, switch that back over right now. Look, Soundwave isn't in this episode until a good bit later because he's off, binging Chernobyl.
Well, this is 2013, so he's actually watching, I don't know, Girls?
Okay. Or early season of Game of Thrones.
Has it been going on that long? Jeez. I guess it has.
It was yeah.
I mean, we're getting closer to the present here. This is only 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It feels like this should be a decade ago. I don't know why. But yeah, you're right. It would have been season 3 would have been starting, maybe.
The point is Soundwave does not show up until later in this episode, and now that you've suggested they're using their other satellite dish array for HBO, that's what he's doing. He's watching it.
Yeah. So we cut to New Mexico. Arcee and Wheeljack have defeated the Vehicons. They're poking around in this cave. And, Arcee is slightly less of a, brooding loner than, Wheeljack because she's really trying to get him to admit that, you're like a brooding loner all the time, but also, you're like Wolverine in that you're on 5 different teams.
You're a brooding loner who clearly actually likes having some social connections, so...
And also, you clearly have a whole thing going on with Bulkhead. You guys don't have to define it. It's okay. But whatever it is, I accept it.
Yes.
No, we just need to fully fix Jackie into the Wolverine role. He officially has to take up Miko as his teen girl sidekick.
Well, I mean, he kind of halfway has.
As is Wolverine tradition.
Yeah, she kind of is his teen girl sidekick.
Yeah, they just need to work together more.
She even kind of has the same powers as one of his later teen girl sidekicks.
Yes, she does. Now that she stole it.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, yes. Fair enough.
And also Asian American, like another of his teen girl sidekicks.
Yes. Actually, I thought Armor was too, so 2 of them.
Oh, right. I was thinking of Jubilee.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I was thinking armor because the
No,
armor.
I think,
Right.
I think Jubilee was Chinese American, whereas wasn't Armor just Japanese?
Yeah, armor was Japanese.
Yes, you're right. I guess much like Miko.
Yes, much like Miko,
And
who is not
and they
technically
definitely
an immigrant.
hang out in
She's
malls
an
all the
exchange
time.
student. Yes, absolutely hanging out in malls.
So to get complete Wolverine sidekick power, she needs to take that phase shifter from Smokescreen.
Yes. Also, I
Or,
don't know, some fireworks.
And also maybe ill-advisedly use the N-word a couple of times to make a point.
Yeah.
No. No.
It's a bad luck kitty. Anyway. So Fowler and June have gone to the museum, and it is the same museum from Deus Ex Machina.
It's like, wait a minute. That's the one museum that they have,
So presumably they had to deal with, well, they talk about the curator, but probably they also had to deal with that one museum guard who was in Phantasm.
Yes.
But anyway, it was very easy. They talk, they're getting a little personal here. Fowler says that he's divorced. June says that she doesn't really get into it, but I think she's mentioned earlier that Jack's dad just kind of took off.
Yeah, she says something about it being less of a story than a saga, but one he's probably familiar with, so
Yes.
yeah, it sounds like he might not have even been around to sign the paperwork.
Yeah. Like he went out for cigarettes, and that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they've got this thing. Everything seems to be pretty easy peasy, and then Knockout is there, and moments later they are in his trunk.
I like that they had to cut away, because otherwise they would have to explain how Knockout got them in his trunk.
We kind of, sort of see that later in the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. But still, it's probably best just left to the imagination.
Although this just makes me think of Out of Sight, and I'm sorry, Agent Fowler, you are no George Clooney.
Oh. I have a note that says Miko ships it, but I forget shipping what and who.
Oh, we'll get there. That's coming up soon.
Well, no, but I know there's more later, but there's a note in the middle of the episode. Why did I put that?
Oh, well, we're coming right up to that because we cut to him driving away. He drives over June's cell phone, and he can't get in touch with the Decepticon base. Back on the Nemesis, Starscream is trying to fix the communications and cannot do it because he's Starscream and he sucks.
Like, seriously though, they really need to have a backup antenna. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Just, pull out some rabbit ears.
Yeah.
Isn't Soundwave kind of an antenna?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Maybe
his job?
he's busy. Or he's out.
Yeah, again, I think that he's probably just I don't know, decided he's gonna be doing some other things. He's got some other things.
This really strikes me as a Soundwave's Not Home kind of episode.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they have to pay his voice actor.
No. It must be a season finale or the start of a new season, I guess.
Yeah. Because, then we do cut back to Unit E, and, Jack is worried because, June has called, she has texted, where is she at this hour? Worried sick. And then Miko calls, and she's like, oh, yep, I guess I snuck away. Sorry about those sodas, guys.
Yes.
And, she's kind of mad that Wheeljack and Arcee have gone on a mission, but she says, I kind of expected sparks to fly between those two. So that is Miko ships it.
And Jack again is horrified. But yes, there's a moment just before Miko calls where Jack's worrying about his mom, and Raph, 2 instances in this episode of Raph absolutely not helping. It's like, maybe they went out for dinner. It's like, isn't that what grown-ups do when they're on a date? Jack's like, that's what grown-ups do when they're hungry. Because Jack is just done. He's done being in this episode.
He's got to deal with his mom hooking up with his boss. He's got to deal with his inappropriate robot girlfriend hooking up with some other guy.
It's just too much going on. Poor guy.
I'm trapped in a Greg Weisman episode.
Yes, he's just...
Next, I bet some small thing's going to happen that isn't going to pay off until after the show is canceled. And they're going to have to put it in a bunch of comic books that nobody read.
There were Prime comic books? What?
Well, there were, but they were on while it was on.
Yes.
I'm talking about the Gargoyles comics that were on, that came out after the show was like ages, that were, I think, in black and white or something, and nobody read them.
What?
Yes.
No, I remember
and I
hearing
think they
about
were
them.
published by, like,
Nobody read them.
slave labor? I think it was slave labor graphics.
I think so, yes. Or kitchen sink? No, I think you're right, slave labor.
I was gonna say either slave labor or Oni, so I'm going to guess that probably we can split the middle, and it was probably slave labor graphics.
Yeah, you're correct. It was slave labor graphics.
There we go.
Written by Greg Weisman.
Also known as Jonan Vasquez's publisher.
Oh, right. And yes, it looks like 12 issues were published.
Yes.
And 6 issues of that Bad Guys spin-off.
I had a few of those.
And yeah, nobody... apparently Disney increased the licensing fees, so they had to cancel it.
Yeah. 'Cause they were doing a few different Disney things, and then, Disney was like, you know what? We deserve more money for this stuff. And they were like, we're slave labor graphics. Our sole claim to fame right now is Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. I don't know what you want from us. I mean, what they wanted from them was money, but anyway.
You gotta use some of that Invader Zim money.
No, they didn't. That wasn't theirs, though. I mean, for one thing, because everything they did was creator-owned, as far as I'm aware, so...
Oh.
It's like saying Image has money. Image doesn't have money.
Anyway, so we cut back to Knockout's trunk. June and Fowler are having it out because they're mad. Well, certainly June is mad because, they should have waited. She wanted to wait for Optimus Prime to get there. His excuses, if we hadn't got there, then Knockout would have just got there and got the thing, which is exactly where they would be now, except they also would not be stuck in this space robot's trunk.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what? That's a question. Well, he's a supercar, but I guess he's a front engine supercar because there's a trunk.
Yes.
And also he has a back seat? What the hell kind of... I'm kind of surprised that Knockout isn't just a 2-seater.
Yeah, that's true. And Knockout finds this very annoying.
Yes.
Because you two are bickering like an old married couple.
And he starts talking about how gross human interfacing is with their disgusting fleshy bodies.
Yes, keep your heteronormativity out of my trunk.
Yeah.
You better not get up to anything in there. I've seen out of sight.
You've seen a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Listen, he's a scientist. He's got to, actually, he's technically not a scientist. He's a doctor.
He's got to research.
Kind of. Yeah.
I mean, I imagine for him, research was looking at some, I don't know, probably 10 seconds of porn and then turning it off and being like, ugh, and having to go, scrub himself. That was his research.
Or he just watches those Fast and Furious movies for the car chases, but then they get to the relationship stuffs and he's just horrified.
Yes.
Why does this Vin Diesel not simply devour the smaller humans?
Why are they always drinking Corona? Why is it always the Corona?
Also, I was very excited when I found out his name was Vin Diesel, but now he doesn't appear to be a car at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that had to be really
He was assuming that Vin Diesel was the name of one of the cars.
Yeah.
Then he realized these cars are not even actually people. They're just dumb machines.
Dumb, but sexy machines.
Yes, dumb, sexy machines.
And Idris Elba's intelligent motorcycle, apparently. I still haven't seen that movie. Is that movie actually out yet? It is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I should
It's
go
been out
see
for
it.
like a month.
Oh.
Oops.
In other words, it's probably gone. Oops.
Nothing comes out in September. It might be out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we cut back to Wheeljack and Arcee, and it turns out that Wheeljack is not so much mad with Ultra Magnus, because Ultra Magnus is kind of just doing what Ultra Magnus always does, but he is mad with Bulkhead, because Bulkhead has totally gone soft.
I really like that Arcee is just, like, having the talk with him, like, and they, I guess, like, get along well enough. They relate to each other well enough that Wheeljack's just like, fine, I will talk to you about my relationship problems. And Arcee is like, yes, you can be my gay best friend now. But yes, Arcee absolutely got Wheeljack to start talking about his relationship problems. Sorry, Nico.
Yeah. I mean, also, she doesn't know anything about relationships. She's like 14.
Yeah, but she also probably watches a lot of movies.
Yeah, that probably the wrong kind of movies.
Yeah, probably.
Mm. Like
I mean,
Fast
in
and the
general,
Furious.
but
Yes. Actually, we do find out in the next episode that Knockout is indeed a real movie buff.
yeah, well,
Yes.
at least a little bit.
Anyway, so Fowler somehow gets out of Knockout's trunk into his interior, and like hijacks him by grabbing his steering wheel and brakes, and they end up in a train yard.
So basically, Knockout has the kind of layout of, like, my old Neon, where there's a panel that comes from the trunk into the back seat in case you have to, like, have some really long things.
Ah.
Also, there's a small part of my current, like, 20-year-old Volvo that's like that. But what I'm saying is these are not the characteristics of an impressive vehicle.
No.
These are the characteristics of some really boring cars I've had.
So there's a big chase through this train yard. At one point, Agent Fowler uses pepper spray on Knockout, and it works.
I mean,
Somehow.
it's probably, like, sticky all over his lenses, you know?
I mean, it's right into his, like, eyeballs.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
Robot eyeballs.
necessarily mean that he has capsation receptors, but he could have capsation receptors.
Shouldn't robots have windshield wipers on their eyes?
I mean, I guess not.
I think they do in the
Some series.
Bay movies.
Oh my
think so.
god, no.
I think
No.
maybe we saw that in animated or something. I remember in one of the cartoons.
Knockout definitely does not, though, because they would, that would be like having glasses or braces or something.
Yes.
He was too vain.
Yes.
No, but he could trick them out. They could be gold chromed, like eyelashes or something.
They would distract too much from his beautiful face.
Yes. It's more important that you be looking at the rest of his beautiful face.
But anyway, he pretty quickly ends up catching both of them, but not before June just tosses this Talon onto a coal car that is headed out. So he chases down this train. And we also briefly cut back to the Autobot base in which Raph, again not helping, suggests that maybe they went to a movie.
I think maybe he's just trolling at this point.
I mean, he might be trolling, but he's also very young. It's just, Raph, I'm glad you don't know what sex is yet.
Well,
yeah,
doesn't he have?
maybe
He has older
that's
brothers
like,
and sisters, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he doesn't necessarily
does.
know that's why they're going to see a movie. He doesn't know what dating. He's extremely online. I'm sure he's trolling.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I have a younger sister, and that is something that I literally never discussed with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not talk about that with siblings.
Yeah.
So yes, maybe he does not realize that. I mean, and like his parents might go see movies or go to dinner, and he doesn't think of his parents as like dating because they're married. So
Yeah.
he doesn't necessarily think that there's anything unusual about two adults going and doing these activities.
Ah.
He doesn't think that implies anything. But it does. Jack knows. Jack does not want to be in this episode.
No. And he especially doesn't want to be in this episode after he goes to this museum and finds that somebody has run over June's cell phone.
No. She might have to get one of them newfangled iPhones.
And we also cut to the Nemesis where Megatron is just so goddamn mad that the communications have been down for hours.
So he does actually get Soundwave to come fix it at this point. And I just have to assume that that's why Soundwave, like... I'm just assuming at this point that Soundwave was, like, watching TV or something. Because otherwise, like, he should have picked up Knockout calling. But no, they've managed to get him to pause Stranger Things for, like, 5 minutes. Come fix their satellite array.
Oh, and also at one point, Jack calls Agent Fowler's cell phone and gets a hilarious message in which he identifies himself fully as Agent William Fowler and tells you to leave a message after the Star-Spangled Beep.
Which is like
and
a
then
little
it does beep that way.
Patriotic tune. I forget exactly which one, but yes.
And meanwhile, Arcee and Wheeljack are also on the way after having found a huge-ass spine.
Yes, which
is another
yes,
pun.
Arcee says that
earlier
now he has a backbone.
Yeah. I forget the earlier pun because I tried to ignore it.
I think Weisman loves the puns, too.
See, they're a good, like...
Did show up in Gargoyles. Gargoyles are named after boroughs of Brooklyn, or boroughs of New York. Including...
Yeah, except Goliath gets a cool name.
Well, he already had one. He got one 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. When superstition and the sword ruled.
Yes. It's the gay guy and the lesbian coming back victorious and not having had any kind of physical relationships with each other because they're helping one of them deal with their relationship problems.
When Gargoyles gets on Disney Plus, then I will subscribe.
Okay.
Just long enough to watch all of Gargoyles again and Mandalorian.
Alright, so now Knockout is chasing down this train. A bunch of Insecticons have been sent. But Wheeljack and Arcee are on the scene as well. There is a fight scene where a bunch of Insecticons get sworded to death by Wheeljack.
Yes.
Knockout does indeed.
I was trying to think if this reminded me of any runaway train movies, because there's a lot of them. But with all the beheadings, it kind of didn't pop to mind which ones.
Yeah, not a lot of runaway trains also have giant bugs. And I do love me a runaway train movie. I mean, obviously,
what about Atomic Train?
Giant.
So what are you thinking of?
Atomic Train with Blue Man Kuma.
Oh, right.
Oh, Blue Man Kuma was in there. Oh, yeah.
That's the only reason I watched it.
What one are you trying to think of, David?
The closest I could think of a movie with a runaway train and giant bugs is Godzilla 2014. But one, those weren't bugs. They just look like bugs. They're supposed to be giant lizards. And I don't think the train was ever a runaway. It just had like a nuke on it or something. I haven't rewatched that in a while. I don't remember large chunks of that movie because the protagonist, once we get a protagonist, is dull as dishwater.
Yeah, we needed more Cranston in that movie.
Yeah, so much.
I consider myself a bit of
another half hour of Cranston would have done a lot of good.
Yeah. I consider myself a bit of a runaway train movie connoisseur, and I think the apex of the genre is indeed Runaway Train. With John Voight, Eric Roberts, and Rebecca De Mornay.
Mm-hmm.
It's two convicts in Alaska escaping on a train that they do not realize has become a runaway train.
Oh yeah. I think maybe I've seen that one. I don't remember.
That movie rules.
I actually haven't. I don't watch runaway train movies the way that I watch, say, terrible disaster movies. I only watched Atomic Train. I only remember Atomic Train because I was flipping through channels and I got the opening credits of it and it said Blue Man Kuma and I said, I'm watching this. That's all it takes.
And of course, I'm also fond of Unstoppable with Denzel Washington, Chris Pine, and Rosario Dawson.
Ooh.
Oh.
And much like Runaway Train, it also has somebody from the first Transformers movie in it, as Kevin Dunn is like the sinister train company operator.
What?
Yeah. He's like, oh no, that train will be fine. I'm Kevin Dunn, see?
No.
But then it turns out it's actually full of like poisonous glue or something.
What? Whatever.
It's some sort of super toxic chemical, and it's gonna like run into Pittsburgh or something. So like Denzel and Captain Kirk have to stop it.
I don't think it's Pittsburgh. I'm not sure they would notice.
But the Penguins.
Unless it's running into the stadium. It'll be fine.
I mean, the thing is, it's going to create like a giant explosion because it's also flammable or something. Anyway, this episode, there is a pretty cool scene where Knockout gets to the freight car, transforms, just kind of dumps June and Fowler out of him, who are then caught in midair by a transforming Wheeljack, and they end up in his trunk.
Also,
Yep.
so I don't know if I just didn't notice this previously because I was not inclined to notice it as I am now, or if they just didn't have the proper, like, angle on her, but Arcee absolutely has angry headlights. She's just got the way the, like, her front over them just angles downward. Much like Shockwave's angry eyebrow. Her headlights are angry. Like I said, I don't know if they just never, like, had a proper head-on shot of her previously or not, but I noticed here that she has angry headlights. Which is important, because she's angry.
She is very angry.
Yes.
Anyway, so they have lost the fossil because these two humans totally beefed it, but everybody is okay, and Jack is very happy to see that his mother is okay, but he is very unhappy to find out that his mother now calls Agent Fowler Bill.
Bill?
Bill.
He is done with this. He is going to go back to being in a show that has no romance in it.
He would very much like to, but alas. Well, actually, this pretty much is it for romance on this show, although I think both Fowler and June do show up for the finale.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just, this show just doesn't seem to acknowledge that that's a thing.
I mean, we can just assume that after this show ends, we don't see any of these characters again, so Jack has probably had to learn to very awkwardly. Agent Fowler's moved in. He's having to call him Dad.
He's not gonna call him Dad.
No, just call me Bill.
Yeah. He's insisting they call him Bill and not Agent Fowler.
Yeah.
He compromises and taunts him by calling him Agent Bill. She does not like.
I mean, the good news is Jack is probably moving out in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably getting a good reference from Agent Fowler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of
absolutely.
government scholarship.
Yeah. He'll go into one of those, like, military programs that's just, like, I would say computer stuff, but no, that's what Raph is going to be doing. So, I don't know.
Yes.
Working on the motor pool or something.
And then Miko, we are sending her back to Japan and we are not letting her re-enter the country.
Yeah, she's going on a list.
And, so Miko is also back. She's teasing Jack a little because he's all, it looks like you lost your motorcycle girlfriend. But, then, Wheeljack and Bulkhead are bros again. As Jack says, bromance trumps romance. And he says that, Miko is like leaning on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Were people shipping that while this show was on?
Probably, but I hope not.
Maybe a little bit.
It feels weird.
Because it seems like a thing that people would do.
Yeah.
But
only by default.
Even Greg Weisman is not. No. In this episode.
No, he's more in favor of Jack just being horrified by it on all counts. But I mean, clearly Wheeljack and Bulkhead are a couple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of people who are not a couple, we're back at the Nemesis. Megatron is very pleased that Knockout has actually done something successfully, and he tells Starscream how much he friggin' sucks for having knocked communications out for hours. And Starscream, it wasn't me, it was that dumb Predacon. Cut to that dumb Predacon using a computer console.
Yes. I didn't catch it. Was he, doing it with his claw, or was he doing it with, a tusk?
His claws.
Okay, good. Cut to the Predacon showing that he knows how to, use a computer. Not just tools, but a actual computer. So, yeah, the Predacon is not so dumb. He just wants Megatron to give him pets.
Yep.
He will play dumb so he can continue to beat up on Starscream and get peps.
This is what happens when you create touch screens. Your cat will end up learning how to hack things.
Yeah, my cat doesn't do it with touch screens, but he absolutely, for some reason, he just has to take 50 screenshots of everything while I'm trying to eat breakfast. It's not cool. Why do you always have to step on that key?
That has not. I've had my cell phone. Felix loved to get up on my chest and in my lap.
Aww.
So sometimes when he does that, I let him stay there in my elbow, up on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I fuck around on my cell phone, and every once in a while his foot will come down and screw up while I'm playing Animal Crossing or whatever.
And that is the episode.
Yes.
It's it was a lot of fun. I enjoy Greg Weisman stuff. Maybe kind of in smallish doses. I like Gargoyles. Sometimes his stuff kind of disappears up itself.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, that kind of happens with a lot of showrunners. You get your J. Michael Straczynski shows that go a little up their own butt.
You go mad with power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go a little crazy. No, I thought it was good, though it did kind of, like I say, drive home how, I guess very aromantic the entire rest of the series has been.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I guess is
that
fine
is true for...
if you are aromantic.
Yes. Shout out to all of our Ace listenership.
Yes.
By which I mean both Ace people and Ninja Turtle supporting character Ace Duck.
I was thinking you were going to bring up a Bat
remember.
Hound, actually.
Yeah, same. That's the first Ace that pops to my mind.
He's like a duck who's a pilot.
Don't remember.
Ace Duck.
I had a lot of TMNT toys. I don't remember no damn duck. I remember geckos.
He had a figure.
Pandas.
He had a bomber
Samurai
jacket.
Panda.
Absolutely.
I remember that he had a bomber jacket. I remember him now.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone on the Ace spectrum.
Apparently he showed up in a still frame in that recent CG cartoon as a Tom of Finland gag.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
I want to look that up now.
Not kidding.
That's a thing.
Oh my.
Anyway, so this was a very enjoyable episode. Kind of a we do see these characters again, but a bit of a last hurrah for a first hurrah because we've never had an Agent Fowler June Darby episode.
Yes.
No, not focused.
It was. I was glad that we get to see a lot of Knockout since he has
and also fan favorite Knockout.
Yes, or at least me favorite.
I'd say he's a fan favorite.
Yeah. He's He doesn't get enough to do, so you appreciate what little he does do, even though some of it's a little too fey in this season.
Sometimes.
Or is it not fey enough? Stay tuned for the next episode.
This episode wrap-up is getting super queer, and I'm on board with it, considering the general heteronormativity of the episode itself.
But they said bromance.
Alas, the
show ships it.
And alas, the general heteronormativity of most of your co-hosts. Alas.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But bromance is... It's saying no homo. It's just a single word for no homo.
No, I guess. But people like to ship romances. It's fun.
I mean, I suppose if you want to read it as Miko just believing that is a term for gay romance, gay male romance, then that is fine. I will allow that.
Yeah, English isn't her first language. She just thought it was a romance between bros.
Yeah.
So, that is it for this episode. We will be back next week with more Transformers Prime. You can find us all over the internet. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Oh yeah, we
I think my connection's
enjoy what we do
dying.
for Patreon this month. We don't know yet.
No, but we've got some ideas. It could be very exciting.
Yeah.
So, until next time, when we find ourselves, burdened with a terrible thirst, I'm Rob.
Did we lose Jen?
I think we lost Jen.
Shit.
She was kind of going fuzzy there for a
Yeah,
second.
I heard static, but I thought she was still there. And
I guess it's just the ending, so we can always splice in one from her.
Okay, that seems to be coming back up now. Yeah, I guess I was trying to... The download I was trying was too much for both a voice connection and my VPN, so I just killed my VPN. It's not like I'm torrenting right now, this time, except how I'm always torrenting a little in the background. And Jen. Okay, here we go.